I've made a cup of tea and I thought I'd have a chat with you about some of the thoughts that have been coming into my head. So I'm just in my lunch break at home, and I've had a chat with Sam about just like work and everything. And like I had this very big realization of why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, and it literally just like got me so sad, because it's just like a big thing and I hadn't realized. For context, I am currently working in publishing and I've had a really good career so far, and my career has been exciting, full of like different things, fun, rewarding, and all sorts of stuff. I have worked for some really big publishers, some very small publishers. I have volunteered my time with different associations, and I feel like I am part of the industry in a way that I never could have imagined becoming part of it. And it's a really big dream of mine coming true. And so when I've realized, which is literally just a few moments ago, that actually my dream is coming to an end, it feels weird. So I'm going to try and articulate it instead of just like bubbling about. But basically, when I started the job that I'm in now, obviously my job was an events manager. I had the best time. I used to go around different venues, different offices, taking authors, facilitating talks. It was fantastic. It was so much fun. It was everything that to me was important in a job. I had human connection, interaction, and it was just like the dream job, the famous dream job. And it took me a while. All the other jobs were not necessarily dream jobs. They were great jobs, and they led me down this way, so something must have gone right. But this was it. This was the one that I had been dreaming about. And I remember, applying for it and like thinking about all the things that could have been. And of course, when you apply for a job and you start doing the job, there's always like some differences, but it actually was pretty cool until COVID hit. And that's like nobody's fault, obviously. But my job changed massively. And as I was like at the very beginning of the sort of like COVID journey, my reaction was to just try to secure my job. So just do pretty much anything that I was asked to do. And I didn't. I am very, very driven and very committed, and I am very skilled at what I do. And I succeeded in everything despite COVID, which I am very proud of. But the reality of corporate life and of being an employee is that even though you succeeded, even though you've delivered above and beyond, even though you have proven yourself over and over again, there's still no guarantee that you're going to get a different opportunity, a better opportunity, or that you're going to get any kind of agency into shaping your path further. And that is kind of like what I've realized recently. My job changed massively, and despite the fact that I've made the most of it, it's no longer what I wanted it to be. It's no longer about connections, and human connection is about like Zooms and like things like that. And I'm just like not really, I suppose, like interested in doing that like full time. That's a big realization. And so going back to what I was saying at the beginning, the reason why this has been like a really, really big realization for me is because I spent so long trying to get into the industry, and I spent so long trying to build my path the way it is now. And now I feel like I have no choice. And of course I do have a choice, but the way it feels at the moment is the choices between my happiness and my well-being and my financial security, staying in a job that is fairly well paid, secure. It's a good job. And I think the reason why this feels like so difficult is because in 30 years that I've been alive, the past 4 years have been the only years of my life where I felt financially stable. So to make the decision to leave a financially stable job to pursue something else right now feels really scary. There's like a lot of things like on Instagram about, you know, how it's really cool to like be your own boss and to do your own thing. But I always have been a realist through and through. And I know that things are never as simple as they are portrayed on social media or just like in general. I know that the people that have built businesses, I have friends that have been building businesses, and I have friends who have succeeded. I have friends who have failed. It's hard. And when you come from background like mine, which is of not having like a lot of money, that is harder. And maybe this is gonna be like something that is contrasting. Maybe people are just gonna feel like that's not fair of me to say, that is not true, but this is just my truth and what I feel and what I think. And I'm not trying to speak for everyone, I'm just speaking for my experience and about my experience. So yeah, this is kind of like the big realization. And being at this crossroad and like having to choose between my financial security and my mental well-being just feels really unfair at this stage. I have been working so hard. The past 9 years of my life have been about building my career as it is right now. And there were so many struggles and there was so much sacrifice that went into it. So much sacrifice. Then now it almost feels like I didn't get to experience the good part. You know, I didn't get to experience finally I've got a job and I can pay my bills and I can live in a really lovely place and I don't have to worry about getting to the end of the month and I don't have to worry about earning more money and I can actually support my family and I can do all the things that I need to be doing. And that lasted for 5 months and then everything was taken away. The security, the happiness, all the things that I had been working so hard on. And so this is like really hard to like deal with, but it also feels like it's like the end of my dream. And I just never thought about the fact that dreams do end. But actually when you think about it, there's always a time when you would just wake up. So whether the dream is bad or good, dreams come to an end. And there's going to be new dreams. And I know this, and I definitely want to focus on that. But I think in order for you to like focus, or for me at least, like in order for me to focus in like something positive and like look forward and move forward, I need to have had the time to kind of like sit and grieve what I am losing or what I feel like I am letting go of. And so today just saying it out loud felt good and bad at the same time. And I feel like talking about it is helping. I don't intend to just like leave the industry as such. I am scared that I am going to lose the kind of like, you know, friendships or the kind of relationships that I have built in it. But I know that I have to do this for myself, and I know that I have to move forward and find the way forward that isn't the old way of doing things, because the old way of doing things isn't the right way of doing things now. The world has changed. We have all changed as a result of what's happened to us. We have different needs, we have different opportunities, we have different thoughts and beliefs, and I think I want to embrace the change instead of like fighting it. So I am going to have a bit of a moment of accepting that this is my truth today, that this is a big step, something that I might spectacularly fail at, and that's gonna be okay, that I'm gonna land on my feet. And that's like what all my friends and family have always told me. There's like not a single one of them that has told me that I shouldn't do this. They're all like supporting me, which is great. I never, never, ever give this for granted. A lot of them have told me, remember who you are, remember what you've done so far, and what you've done so far doesn't go away. And there's like this thing, which was also something that I saw on Instagram, to be fair, but like a good thing that I saw, which is you never really start from scratch, you start from experience. And I know that that is true, and I know that that's going to help me. And yes, I guess I'm just having to spend a little bit more time grieving this part of me that will never be back, will never come back, which is true for literally every moment of our life, because every moment is unique. And that's okay, and that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of the present. And I've made some amazing memories. I have learned so much, and now it's time to move on.